Hi, welcome back. I know that I said I was gonna start uploading videos and showing you guys all about my life here in Ecuador, and I was gonna do that. Literally the week I was gonna start filming my next video, I had to stop and take a small break to do this. I graduated, walked that stage, got my diploma, spent a month out in LA, visited my family, saw my parents. It was a lot of fun. So now that we got that out of the way, we can get back to the next video. So as you saw in my last video, I shared my experience moving to another country. I showed you guys a little bit of where I was staying and what it was like over here. But today I want to go into a little bit more detail and really introduce you guys to Quito. Once known as San Francisco de Quito, Quito is the capital of Ecuador. The city populates an estimated 2.7 million people and has an altitude of about 2,850 meters, making it the second highest capital by elevation in the world. Quito is best known for its well-preserved colonial center, which includes 16th and 17th century churches and other structures that bring together European, Moorish, and indigenous styles. What's interesting about this city is that it's the capital closest to the equator. Like many other cities, Quito is made up of different neighborhoods or sectors, each unique in its own way. But before I get into the neighborhoods, I want to divide Quito up into three different parts that I'm most familiar with: Northern Quito, City Center, and Southern Quito. Now, all three sectors have many different neighborhoods, but today I'm only going to go over the more popular, touristy, important ones. The area before the drop-off into the valleys is referred to as Northern Quito. Known to many tourists as the New Town, Northern Quito is very modern and developed with a strong North American influence. It's home to the city's financial district, where many important private and state buildings and offices are located. The northern part of Quito consists of mostly middle and high-class residents, so you'll definitely come across some of the city's nicest restaurants, hotels, malls, parks, and neighborhoods. Some of the popular neighborhoods in northern Quito include La Mariscal, where you can find modern buildings, beautiful mansions, and palaces like La Circasiana and Najas. In this neighborhood are some of Quito's tallest buildings. And up until the 70s, this sector was once one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in Quito, right before turning into a concentrated commercial and touristic location. Within La Mariscal is La Zona, the city's most hip bohemian area located right around the Plaza Foch. La González Suárez is one of the neighborhoods with the most capital gain, so if you own a piece of property there, it's gonna be worth a lot. The neighborhood is full of tall buildings with exclusive apartments dating back to the 80s. And it's because of this privileged location with great views of the nearby valleys that the real estate business exploded within the area. Guápulo is a historic neighborhood slightly lower in elevation than the rest of the city and really important when it comes to tourism. The neighborhood includes the Guápulo Monastery and the Guápulo Plaza. The streets in this sector are made of stone and the buildings are very similar to the historic city center. Over time, Guápulo became sort of a bohemian part of the city, full of cafes and bars with both chill and relaxing music. Northern Quito, apart from being the more modern part of the city, is also known for its high-class neighborhoods. Bella Vista is a residential neighborhood that consists of mostly the middle-high class and has elegant homes dating back to the 90s. This neighborhood is placed at a high elevation that allows for an amazing view of the volcanoes that surround the city. Located in Bella Vista is La Capilla del Hombre, a museum that holds the works of the artist Oswaldo Guayasamín. Quito is the middle high-class neighborhood central to Quito's financial district. This sector is full of tall buildings made of steel, concrete, and glass, giving off a modern and vanguard style. Now those were just some of the main neighborhoods, but there are plenty of other neighborhoods in the north, each with its own charm. There's El Batán, home of the Metropolitan Park, and Quito Tenis, another middle high-class neighborhood with homes from the 80s that belong to wealthy families or embassy families. Known by many tourists as Old Town, the city center is probably the busiest part of Quito. The historic center of Quito has one of the largest, least altered, and best preserved historic centers in the Americas. It surrounds the Plaza Grande, the churches of Santo Domingo, La Merced, La Catedral, San Francisco, and La Basilica. This neighborhood has a lot of commercial movement and is a great attraction to tourism, with its variety of restaurants, museums, plazas, and hotels. La Tola is another traditional neighborhood in the city center, and although it's more of a lower class neighborhood, it still has some nice attractions like the Plaza de Toros Belmonte and the Crystal Palace of the Ichimbia Park. Located in the historic center is Cumandá, the first recreational center in the country to conceptualize the union between culture and sport. It's an open space to the public, whose purpose is to propose a variety of programs around the good use of free time and leisure of the communities of the Metropolitan District of Quito. In this rec center, you'll find art installations, paintings, a workout center, and a variety of classrooms. San Roque is a middle-class lower neighborhood located on top of the city's tunnels. It surrounds El Panecillo, one of Quito's biggest icons that has the patron of saints sitting right on top of the hill. La Ronda is one of the most symbolic streets in all of central Quito. It's known as the old bohemian heart of the city, where you can find a long cobblestone street surrounded by colonial houses with cute balconies along the way. There are many tourist activities along this popular street, including stores and workshops where visitors can buy and learn about the artisanal products offered by the local handcrafters. Now, southern Quito I'm not too familiar with, but I do know that unlike the northern part of Quito, there are very few popular neighborhoods, but that doesn't mean that the south doesn't have its own charm. Villa Flora is a popular middle-class neighborhood that has the best shopping center in the southern part of Quito, El Recreo Shopping Center. Chimbacalle is a neighborhood where you'll find the Chimbacalle train station, the Mexico Theater, and the Pobre Diablo Park. Chillo Gallo is one of the first neighborhoods in the south. The plaza is where the Patriots rested right before the Battle of Pichincha. This neighborhood is now known as one of the major commercial areas in the south. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for my next video. I promise I won't take another month to put it out.